heard the chief's daughter was here.
Oh, Dr. Cohen.
You know, it would have been a whole lot worse if Edward wasn't there. He knocked me out of the way.
Edward, your boy?
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, he got to me so fast, he was nowhere near me.
Sounds like you were very lucky.
Hello, everyone. This is the next episode of the PDF podcast. I'm Lily. You may have noticed that I'm alone today. Megan is not joining us. We had audio issues in the last episode. So now it's going to be me kind of recapping it and also putting my own spin on it. So the last episode we recorded, but we didn't put out, we did some Twilight quizzes online to see who our soulmates were and stuff like that. But it didn't go out successfully because my dogs were crazy and we were way too close together for our mics to really pick up. So this is a solo one. It should be shorter. But to this, I am going to drink a shot of Fireball. I feel like I need to be a little bit toasty to talk by myself. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. You know, maybe it's just me. I'm a vodka person all the way. Because I don't drink for the taste. I'm 20. I'm not 20. I'm 21. Okay, it's legal. I'm 21. I turned 22. You won't even see me. But the next time you hear me, I will be 22, okay? And I like vodka, okay? It goes down easier. You chase it, you're good. But Fireball's nice because you feel fancier because you're drinking whiskey, technically. So I'm like, yeah, I'm a whiskey drinker. But really, it's hot tamales liquefied. And it's amazing. So that's fine. Okay, but anyway, today I'm going to be talking about Twilight. I'm also going to be talking about my life. Because I just took a shot and now I want to talk about myself. So let's get done with this Twilight stuff first. And then I'll talk about my life, what's been going up, what shows I'm watching. I'm watching so many new shows, so it should be pretty boring for you to hear about me rambling. But, so we're going to do what your favorite Twilight character says about you. I think this is a general opinion that most people think. I know that Megan can probably agree to most of these. So this is kind of what I thought, but also I'm going to be putting in what I think that your sign could be depending on who you like the most. So some of them might be biased because I put my sign for my favorite character, but it makes sense because I really identify with my zodiac sign. And I know that zodiacs sometimes can be BS, but I really think that my sign, I'm a Capricorn, okay? I'm a Capricorn. You can probably guess who my favorite is in the Twilight series. So Megan and I have been watching Twilight. We only have one movie left, Breaking Dawn Part 2. Breaking Dawn Part 1 was so miserable that I don't even know if we're going to get to the last one. But we've, of course, both seen the whole series before. I've seen it. I mean, I watch Twilight probably at least every 2-ish months. The whole series. Megan saw it for the first time like 2 years ago. And hasn't watched it since. Like a normal person. They watch a big series and they don't watch it again. But me, I watch Twilight at least 5 to 10 times a year. We did a podcast a while ago that didn't come out because we were experiencing a lot of technical difficulties with the audio. And we still are. But we challenged ourselves to think of our top 5 favorite Twilight characters. And unsurprisingly, but kind of surprisingly, we both have the same top 5. They're not in the same order, but we do. So my favorite in the Twilight series is Carlisle. Megan's favorite in the Twilight series is Charlie. My second favorite in the Twilight series is Charlie. Megan's is Carlisle. My third favorite in the Twilight series is Jasper, and Megan's is Rosalie. My fourth favorite is Rosalie, and Megan's fourth favorite is Jasper. Then both Megan and I's fifth character on our list is Seth. So we just have everything kind of swapped, and I'll give you a little bit of reasoning behind mine and as much as I can speak for Megan. So Carlisle is a daddy all the way. He's beautiful. Love him. He's sexy. He's hot. He has terrible makeup in the first movie, but it gets redeemed. It's okay. They had a small budget, okay? Charlie, handsome, daddy. Now that we're older, we're all like, Charlie is a good dad, and he's like hot, kind of. Rosalie's a badass, and I know Megan wants to fuck her. I'm sorry, Megan. Megan loves her. She's a badass. She's a hottie with a thottie, okay? She's a thottie with a hottie. I don't know, okay? I love her because she's a badass female character. Megan wants to fuck her because she's a badass female character. That's why it's Megan's third favorite and it's my fourth favorite. Just because I don't really want to fuck her, but like if she asked me to, I wouldn't say no. I just don't swing that way, but like I could for a night. You know what I mean? But I do want to fuck Jasper, so he's my third, and he's Megan's fourth. Megan also wants to fuck him too. Seth is both Megan and I's fifth favorite because he's so cute and he's so nice, and he just doesn't deserve to be in Twilight. He deserves to be in a better movie with a better cast, with a better role. And he's amazing, so we love him. Okay, so now to get on to what your favorite Twilight character says about you. So the first three are going to be very boring because it's the three main characters in the series. But Bella. We're going to go with this. And again, I think this is a general opinion. And I know that most people that are Twilight fans, or Twihards, dare I say, probably aren't in love with Bella, Edward, or Jacob. Because there are so many more interesting characters. Like, with so much better... They have better backstories. They have more character development than these three. I don't know if you guys ever saw, but I think the biggest downfall of Twilight in my eyes is none of the characters have character development whatsoever. They all are the same. They don't change. And that's the biggest... I mean, these side characters that you see 6 minutes an episode have more character developments. And by 6 minutes an episode, I mean 6 minutes a movie. They have 30 minutes on the screen in the whole series, and they have more character development than these three main characters. It's absolutely insane. So, if you like Bella the most, and I doubt anybody listening to this does, you probably like her because nobody else likes her. If you found a reason to like Bella, then it's probably because everybody hates her and you're trying to be edgy. But also, you could just be a sucker for the main girl in books and put yourself in the shoes, or you love Edward as well, so you understand Bella. You love romance novels, probably, but honestly, if you watch Twilight, you probably are okay with romance novels. And your sign, you know, these were a little bit of a stretch, so bear with me, but I put probably Pisces. The only sign that I can really see loving Bella is Pisces and maybe Libra. But I had to save Libra for something else. So I just went with Pisces. And the reason I don't really like Pisces very much, I am again a Capricorn. And my sign really fits me well. I think Capricorn, you know, you can fit signs in a group. So whenever I hear Leo and Scorpio, I think they're pretty much the same sign. Like, they basically have the same attributes. When I think of Virgo and Libra and a little bit Pisces and Cancer, I put them in the same group, in the same category. They're all very similar. When I put Gemini, Aquarius, and Sagittarius together, because they're very similar again. Aries, did I already say that? Aries, Scorpio, and Leo are also very similar. I know I said that already, but I forgot to put Aries in there. And then, you know, there's other signs like Taurus. Blah. Hate Tauruses. I dated a Taurus once, and it didn't go very well. And I missed some other signs, but they're all... The way I memorize the signs is I kind of put them together. And I know that they have different attributes when you look at them very closely, but they're all very similar. But Capricorn doesn't fit into any of those categories. And that's what I find very interesting about my sign. And maybe that's just everybody thinks that way. I think that's a definite possibility. Like, you could be a Cancer and be like, Cancer's outlandish. Like, I mean, we're different than any other sign. So maybe I'm like that, but I truly don't think Capricorn really fits in with any category or is like many other things. That was a little side note. I hate Pisces because I just know a lot of Pisces that I don't like. So I don't like Pisces, okay? Okay? There's bad apples in every sign. So, if you like Edward, you were Team Edward to the end, and you kept your word. Baby, you didn't fail. You have a lot of loyalty because you liked Team Edward from the beginning. You were on Team Edward. And you didn't leave. You were like, fuck this. I've been in Team Edwards for so long, like, even if I don't necessarily like Edward anymore or care for him, I've been Team Edward, and I remember being Team Edward when I was a teenager. So I'm still Team Edward, you know? And also, you kind of like bad boys. Because out of everyone, he's the most bad boy. You know, Jasper's a little bit more mysterious. But also, he doesn't necessarily fit the archetype of bad boy perfectly. And Edward does a little bit more. And if you like Edward, you're definitely a Cancer. I know Edward is a Cancer. In my heart, I know Edward's a Cancer. He represents everything about a Cancer to me. And so when I looked up, like, when was Edward born? He has to be a Cancer. He was born the day before Cancer started. He's a Gemini by one day, June 20th, I think, or 21st. And that's also my sister's birthday. Sorry, Chloe. I don't remember if your birthday's on the 20th or the 21st. I think it's the 20th. So Edward was born on my sister's birthday. Or should I say Chloe was born on Edward's birthday, because he's much older. Okay, on to Jacob. I wrote no notes. No Jacob follower, no Team Jacob person is that loyal, so I don't think Jacob has a lot of things. Also, if you read the books, you know he's a douchebag. But your sign is Gemini. I put it there because Geminis can kind of hold their own, and they're a boss bitch. A little bit murderous, but also, like, sensitive. And they want to empathize with kind of the one that's not getting everything they want. They want the lonely one. So I put Gemini. Also, Renesmee reminds me of a Gemini too. Or like a Libra. Okay, so on to the interesting characters. So I had to start with my favorite. I put Carlisle down. And if you like Carlisle, you definitely have daddy issues. You also have a need to be submissive sometimes. So you need an authoritarian figure in your life. You need that. you even if you wouldn't call yourself submissive in every respect, I wouldn't. I definitely would not. Like, you know, I like to act submissive in a relationship, but when it comes down to it, if I want your credit card, I'm going to take your credit card and go shopping. You know what I mean? So, which is not a great thing to have about yourself. But you like to act the part of submissive at least. And I put again, if you like Carlisle, your sign is either Capricorn, which I am, or Scorpio. So the reason I put Capricorn is because as a Capricorn, I am very attracted to other Capricorns. And in all of my research on horoscopes, I don't really see that Capricorns get along with other Capricorns very well. But for some reason, I am always attracted to the Capricorn person in every series. Like for Fruits Basket, our last episode was about Fruits Basket, and my favorite person in Fruits Basket is Hattori. And Hattori is 100% a Capricorn. Something about a sophisticated man who has his shit together really turns me on. So I put that for myself. I really like Carlisle. And I also put Scorpio because Scorpios tend to also be a little bit hot-headed. You know, Capricorns are hot-headed, but they're better at showing it and being tactful with it. But Scorpios are not. I kind of consider Capricorn and Scorpio pretty similar, except Capricorn is more smart about things. Even if, like, I'm not smart as a Capricorn. I'm not dumb. I think I have a lot of street smarts. I think I know how to talk to people very well. This sounds so bad, but I think I know how to manipulate people really well, unintentionally. And I think that has to be also things that I had to do in my childhood and things that I've just learned growing up. How to get things that you need. And I do it unintentionally a lot in my relationships and my friendships, and that's something I'm working on. Capricorns don't always have to be book smart, though, is what I've learned. It can be how to control people's emotions or controlling your own emotions to the point where you're very reserved. Okay, if you like Rosalie, you're probably gay. That's all I wrote down. I love Rosalie, I'm not gay. But if Rosalie's your favorite character, you're probably a girl. So for Rosalie, I don't mean to be insensitive. I'm sure, I can't put words into Megan's mouth, but I'm sure if Megan was here, she'd probably say the same thing. And she is gay, so I think that my gay friend would probably be okay with me saying this, is basically what I'm saying. If you guys cancel me for that, I totally understand. But I put Rosalie a badass. She's a badass bitch. And I know Megan has a really big thing for, like, girl power. Like, not girl power, but, like, murderous girl power. Like, she has a bad girl problem. She loves those bad girls. So I think that that's why she likes Rosalie, and I totally understand it. Again, don't swing that way, but if Rosalie asked me to have sex, who would I be to say no? She can turn the most straight girls into lesbians. I wouldn't say I'm the most straight girl, but I'm sure if I would do it hands down, then a straight girl would at least consider it. If you like Rosalie, you're either a Leo or a Taurus. So I say Taurus because Tauruses are boring. Sorry, I have a really big bias against Tauruses. I actually genuinely, earth signs, you're my people. I'm an earth sign. Taurus, God, I'm trying to make Taurus sound good, but all I've had is trouble with them. My sister is Taurus. I love her. But they tend to be, in my experience, pretty lazy. But also it's like in their mind, they have so much to do, but they don't do it. And again, that's my Capricorn coming out. It's like, just do it. Just do it. I don't care if you have to take a shot of Fireball. Just do it. That's what I'm doing right now. I was procrastinating on this podcast so long, and now I'm like, okay, I'll do it, and I'll take a shot of Fireball, so it's okay. So, I don't know how that has to do with Rosalie. I just put Taurus because I feel like maybe it's the opposite of them. So if an opposite attract kind of a thing happens. And also Leo because I'm pretty sure Rosalie is a Leo. She has Leo vibes. Or maybe Scorpio. But again, I group Leo and Scorpio and Aries together a lot. So Jasper. If Jasper's your favorite, you're probably also gay. Or at least bi. I think you're probably bi. Yeah, I'm sorry, but it's true. And your sign is Libra or Sagittarius. So for Alice, I would say you're definitely an Aquarius. I don't have anything for what you are because I feel like everybody can like Alice. She's quirky. She's fun. Like, I think any sign can really like Alice. If you like Emmett, you like muscles and jocks. You're into the jock characters. You're into the funny characters. You're into the comic relief. I didn't think he was very funny at all. But, whatever. And if you like him, your sign is Aquarius or Virgo. Virgos, I don't know a thing about you. I don't care to know a thing about you. I'm sorry, I'm a bitch sometimes. But, I just don't care about you. And now we're never going to have a Virgo listen to this podcast again. Virgo is so boring. It's so boring. And I know that's coming from a Capricorn. That's probably so hypocritical, but goddamn. Like, what's outstanding about a Virgo? God damn it, I might cut this part out. I feel like I'm attacking you, but I'm not. If you're a Virgo, I'm sorry. Attack Capricorns all you want. Send me a message. Send me an email. pdfpodcast@gmail.com. Rant about how stupid Capricorns are, and I will apologize and give you a coupon for something. So if you like Charlie the most, you're any sign. You're any sign, and your personality is beautiful. Wonderful. I cherish you. I love you. You are me. I am you. Charlie is beautiful, and everybody loves him. he's everybody's favorite, right? Like, Carlisle's technically my favorite because, like, daddy issues and, like, he seems a little bit more dominant, which is what I like. But Charlie is so sweet and beautiful. You can be any sign. And if you like Esme, lastly, if you like Esme, your sign is fuck you. Nobody likes Esme. Fuck you. Esme, meet me in the parking lot. Meet me in the parking lot. We're going to fight. We're going to throw hands. You want to square up? Do you want to square up, Esme? I will square up with you. Fuck you. And on that note, I'm going to take another shot of Fireball, and then I'm going to talk to you about my week. Megan just texted me while I was recording and said, I sent her a TikTok, and I feel like you'd have to be really niche on TikTok to know what this is, but it's this guy, it's this stupid guy. And I sent it to Megan, and she said, that gave me such Alex, my brother, energy, that this is exactly his humor. I asked him who his favorite Disney character is last night, and he said, Jake Long, American Dragon. And good for you, Alex. Love you, buddy. I'm gonna talk about, Megan's not here. I probably shouldn't talk about her family. Alex, if you're listening to this by chance, I have an unsung connection to you. As a Capricorn. And I am fine with not talking to you ever, like we have for our whole lives. I am okay with not ever talking to you. But just know, I'm there for you. I'm not there for you to please don't talk to me, but just know that sometimes, about once every few months, I go, I wonder how he's doing. I wonder what he's up to. Megan's brother. And with that, I want to talk about my week to you. So, I've been watching a show. So lately, I've been watching, while doing work, while doing jewelry, because my schedule at work changed. I work at a dog daycare, and it's amazing. I used to be a barista for so long and a server, and I like being a barista because free coffee, and when I quit being a barista, my caffeine withdrawals were so bad. When I first started working at this dog daycare, I hated other jobs. I hated it. I was just doing it because I'm like, this sounds okay. I love this job. I love doing jewelry the most. But now I'm like, oh my God, like I could totally do this for the rest of my life and be happy. I could work with animals and be happy for the rest of my life and do jewelry on the side. As a hobby. And I've never thought that for the past few years. I've been like, jewelry is my passion. I want to do it full time. But now I'm like, I would be okay at least for the next decade working with animals. So I appreciate this job a lot. Right now I'm working from 6-ish a.m. to 1-ish p.m. And it's amazing. I really love it. It reminds me of barista hours, and I get out really early, and I have the rest of the day to do whatever I want. Mostly nap. I like to have my face beat all the time, so I wake up at like 4:30 to 5 a.m. every day. I have been watching a bunch of romance animes, and like Kasimas, God, I can't pronounce it. Kamasima Kiss? I watched that whole series. I don't know how to pronounce the title. I don't even know why. I don't even know what the relevance of that word is. But it was like 2 seasons, I think, maybe 1. I watched that all, very good. And then there was Maid Sama. Watched that all, loved it. Bed and Breakfast for Spirits. I watched that, loved it. There was one more romance anime that I watched and I really loved it. I watched all of those within 4 days. I binged the hell out of them. It was also during the holidays, so I had like 2 weeks that I had 4 days off in a row. Because the first one was Christmas and the next one was New Year's. So I think that was mostly why I had the time to watch all of it. But the other day I was like, oh my God, I want to watch something a little bit more spicy. I want to watch something with a little bit more character development, a little bit more, like, I just want something more spicy. I want to watch something crime related. I really love crime anime. I don't really love it. I just love badass men. But I don't really like mecha stuff. Is that the word for it? I don't really like Gundam or... I tried to watch one series. I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was Attack on Titan. I just don't like futuristic things. The only futuristic anime I will watch is Psycho Pass. Love it. That's my favorite series, and I don't think that if I watched that today, Psycho Pass, and I have, I also binged that too before I watched all the romance ones, but I have not seen season 3 of Psycho Pass yet because Amazon Prime got it, and I'm addicted to the sub. And I really consider Psycho Pass my favorite anime, but I'm holding out hope that they get it dubbed. I really want them to get it dubbed. And it's just a complete disconnect. Like, it's just a disconnect when I watch something for so long dubbed and they make it sub. And it's hard for me and I love it, but oh my god. And I think I will soon. But also I like doing things with my hands when I'm working. I don't have time to sit at the TV and just read subs. I mean, I have the time, but I don't have the mental capacity to do that. I feel like I have ADHD, which would make sense because it runs in my family. But I need to be doing something with my hands that's like I can't play with putty or something with my hands. I have to do something that makes me think I'm doing something productive right now. I am knitting this scarf right now. I am doing embroidery. I am making jewelry for my shop. I am making clay resin things. I am drawing something on my computer. I need to do that, and I cannot read and also do that at the same time. So, God, I went into that whole spiel. Anyway, so I was thinking, oh my god, I need to watch something better. I need to watch something that's not so gushy anymore. What am I going to watch? Tokyo Ghoul. My Funimation account says that I watched Tokyo Ghoul like the first 2 seasons. I don't think that's true though. I'm not sure why it says that. I know I watched the first few episodes of season 1, if not the whole season 1, like almost a decade ago when it first came out, because I remember thinking, oh my god, this is too gory, but I watched a good amount of it. And then I think I might have watched the first whole season, and then they didn't have any more out, so I just forgot about it. But now they have like 3 seasons out. So I decided I'm going to watch that. And I was munching on popcorn, and then within the first 34 seconds, cannibalism. Just cannibalism. Just somebody eating. I had to spit out my popcorn and I almost vomited. It was so disturbing. But I kept watching. And now I'm on season 2. I'm almost done with season 2 of Tokyo Ghoul. And it's amazing. And it's actually not that amazing at all. I love it. I love fan fiction about it. There's a criminally underrated amount of fan fiction for the actual good characters. Renji, very hot. Why is he in the anime? I don't know. He serves no relevance. I'm sure he does in the manga. Doesn't in the anime. Also, Yuta. The Skrillex. Anime Skrillex. He is hot. I'm reading a fan fiction about him right now because there's like one that has like 34 chapters on Archive of Our Own or whatever it's called. He's super hot. And then Aman. He is perfect. I love him. If you've seen Psycho Pass and Tokyo Ghoul, which are very popular animes, I'm sure you have. If you haven't seen one or the other, if you've seen Psycho Pass, you've seen Tokyo Ghoul, and vice versa. He reminds me of Kogami a lot. And I'm actually a Genoza kind of girl. I love Genoza. God, so many dreams. So many dreams about Gino. Also, I don't know, sometimes I go from calling him Genoza and Ginoza. But anyway, Jesus criminy. Love him. Tokyo Ghoul, very gory. I recommend it. Second thing about anime. I'm just getting really into it now, and I haven't in a long time. But I got my mom to watch 6 episodes of Death Note. So my mom has been a serial killer when it comes to hating on anime. She hates it. I used to be that person too. But then I watched Death Note, and it all changed. So I decided, my mom has been babying me a lot recently because of what's happening to me mentally right now. With my breakup, a lot of it, I'm past it by now, because it's been almost 4 months. And to anybody, I'm not going to go too personally into it, but just to let you know, we lived together for a few years. We got dogs and stuff like that. It's just been a huge mental change. And I'm totally past, because I knew it was gonna come for a while. For about a month, I've been totally past the emotional part of being alone. I'm finding it very freeing because I'm very ambitious and I want to move places, and I can't believe I let myself settle down so fast. And so I'm finding it very freeing. But the part that's taking a toll on me mentally is, how am I going to be the sole provider for myself? Because I moved out of my home when I was 18 and lived in a dorm room and provided for myself. But I didn't have a job, and I didn't really have any expenses other than, like, the college loans that were happening, but I didn't have to pay for them at the time. And then I moved in with my partner, who made a lot more money than I did. And, we were stretched on money for a lot of it, but I always knew it was going to be okay. So now most of my, mental illness, my depression, anxiety right now, which has been a lot better since we broke up, it has mostly stemmed from, oh my God, how do I take care of myself? I've never done this before. And I have a great family that can help me out. But she's kind of not babying me, but she's very sensitive to my issues right now. And I think she's just watching it because of me. I thanked her today because I was like, oh my God, like, she's doing so much for me right now, and emotionally. And also, for my birthday, she paid my car payment, which is like $114, which is a lot for me. And I know that's probably, a good chunk for her. So, it just meant a lot to me. And right now, she's watching an anime, 6 episodes of an anime with me. And I could tell she's bored out of her fucking mind. But she's watching Death Note, and today she genuinely laughed at one of the scenes. And it was like, I couldn't stop smirking. I was like, oh my God, she's laughing. I'm so proud of her. Most of the time it's me kind of sneaking looks at her like, are you liking this? But I know that she's mostly doing it because I don't know the right words to put for it. I know she's doing it because she knows it will make me happy. Or she knows that it will make me have something to do socially for a few hours. But, I really appreciate it. So that's kind of what's going on this week. Death Note, very good series, guys. Everybody knows that, though. So, what else? This is a really short one, guys.